Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the Hive Mind episodes. I'm your host, Colors Fade. This is episode 3. It's the year 2262, and this is what our empire looks like. Zabalba Prime, affectionately named after something from Darren Aronofsky's film, The Fountain. So it's the year 2262. We have this coalition of Immer next to us who doesn't like us. The people above us, the Savelli Mandate, they like us. We put an envoy with them earlier, and right away they liked it. The coalition of Immer is now at minus 466. We took our envoys off of them because it wasn't doing us any good. We expect to have to go to war with them soon. And I think one of the things we're going to want to do here real quick is get a second fleet up. They have basically 2 entry points here. They've started to grab claims over here in our back door as well as the front. Take a look at our claims here. We don't have any on them. We could claim this system, for instance, and it'd cost us 100 of our influence. So we don't even have enough yet to really play the claims war game with them. They have 3 systems, 4 systems, 5. There's one up there. No planets down here. We have a pretty rich supply of planets close by. In fact, I think at last count we could probably end up with 8 planets if we can terraform them all. We've got one here, 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 and here. These 4, then 5, 6, 7. So I guess we've had 7, which is really nice to have that many planets pretty close by. So we're going to do what we can and jack this back up to fastest speed here again. For those of you who followed the channel, you might know my wife owns a restaurant, and today I have, courtesy of my walk down to it and back, a beer from the tap. On a Saturday with sun in a city where you can't, well, in most of America, I think you can't just go down to a bar anymore and get a beer on tap because of the quarantine, so it's kind of a nice thing to have. Let's go back to research. Naval capacity plus 30. That's what we've badly needed for a while. I would love to have grabbed the pop growth speed, but we desperately need the naval capacity instead. And what we're going to do is start cranking out some more ships as much as our small subset of alloys is going to allow. So, Wave Cutter class is what this Corvette here is called. It's kind of a default. I'm going to make 4 of those. We'll start making some destroyers. I'd like to have some more alloys. This planet I'd like to do all science with, so the reason why you're seeing me, it already has 7 open jobs. The reason you're seeing me not put no more alloy foundries down is because I want to save it for science, but of course war is coming, so we have to start thinking about those kinds of things. Here, this Hive Warren is providing 5 amenities. Now we could switch one of these for another alloy factory and provide a Hive district instead. I think I might do that on this planet, because we need alloys. We're going to need way more alloys than this to fight a war with this guy. And right now, he's overwhelming fleet power, so I don't even want to have to fight him. And I certainly don't want to give up any real estate to him. So we got to get our fleets built up as fast as possible, really. This planet could put an alloy factory down if we had 3 more pops from it, which we could do. Let's see. Tarak. We've got these extra spaces here. Let's move some people to Tarak. We have, well, we don't have anybody who's unemployed. We have a bunch of tech drones. Synapse drones. Interesting. I don't have any. See, we could take some mining drones off. We do that, then we get a building and we get unemployment. So we could do this. That takes us down some on our minerals, which we're using to sell to offset everything, but I think it's more important to start getting more alloys per month. Okay, research for this. Energy credits from technicians would be great. The UV laser is probably more important. The session's in, but we've upvoted or downvoted a lot of stuff. We don't have these Pan-Galactic Recycling Initiative, Diplomatic Weight from Economy, Op Consumer Goods, Upkeep, Clear Blocker Time, plus 10%. Vote that down. Regulatory Facilitation, Diplomatic Weight from Economy, Worker Pop Resource Output. I'd like to have that. I'll upvote that, but it's not. We're not one of the major ones. Look how low we are compared to this because of what we have. So we have to become a bigger, badder, stronger empire before that really has much of an impact. So now alloy foundries here in 80 days, and it'll probably pull up 2 farmers, which will put us in the hole on farming for a little bit, but that's okay. We'll make it up. This is why pop growth is so important. And when it comes to edicts, we have pretty much what's available. I'm not going to spend any influence because we're going to need them for claims. Terraforming gases would be nice, but we don't have this. So we don't have enough of it anyway. We don't have any of it. All we have right now is rare crystals. So that happens and puts 2 more people to work. More allies. Now we're up to 22. They lose 2 tech drone jobs. It's going to build this Hive district, which will provide some more jobs, which will provide amenities. So we're doing what we can here. Alloy foundries here. This will put these 2 people to work. And then we can build more food there after that for the anticipated next pop that's coming. Excuse me. Here makes me burpy. So there goes that. And at the end of that month, we'll see this number jump up from 22 to something else. 29. Great. Seismic disturbances. Established communication. Issues project special. Preemptive strike. This is a timed project. Track on. Okay, so what is it? We need to find some way to communicate with the subterranean aliens. Perhaps we can find a way to coexist with their civilization. Or preemptive strike. We can do one or the other. So if we research this, it finishes in 10 months. Current society research will be put on hold. Well, let's do that and see what happens. So Zabalba. Alright, supremacy. Ship build cost and ship build speed increase. Those are good things to have right about now. 1.3. I'm going to continue to adjust this ship design on this fleet. And same thing with this fleet over here. It's all corvettes. I'd like to add those to the fleet. And let's see, 2 of those. Yeah, like that. So I said I was going to need more star holds so that we could deal with anchorage. So that's one of the things we're going to want to do. And I like putting them over planets because when you get the deep space black site, but I don't know if a hive mind gets that. So I don't know. I think for now I will just upgrade some of these. That hammers us for those, but that's okay. We gotta do what we gotta do. How far along is this planet? Ooh, this planet's getting close to terraforming. Great. Open a channel. Is this thing on? Can you see us, surfacers? We understand you hail from the great nothing that lies upwards beyond the stone. It was assumed nothing lived could exist there, but evidently this is not so. What are your intentions? Tell us about yourselves. We would like to coexist in peace. Then show so, we surfacer. Let us share this world together in the spirit of peace. Okay, let's see if that actually works. I don't know if it will. I'm trying to be nice. Doesn't mean that it's actually what can be what happens, but let's see. We need something to take care of deviation. Synaptic nodes. We need something. We have something for that. We need this sentinel posts. We already have 4 open jobs, but I don't like the deviancy part, so I'm gonna build that. Our ships are over, which is knocking down our energy, but this is all getting researched. And how far away is it? 18 months from me. Peace offer between 2 groups that were at war. Research station output and the plasma. I'd like to have the plasma throw, please. Now, let's take a look at star bases. They're all upgrading, so. This world here. Drone jobs. Jobs-based production, jobs-based upkeep, 12. So we can look down here and say it's minus 24 minerals and minus 6. And if we change this, a large group of refugees from the underground alien empire on Thor Prime recently steamed out of their tunnels onto the surface, chased by a small army. They are apparently part of some sort of religious minority and claim to be fleeing persecution. We can't afford a political incident. Send them back. We're a hive mind. I don't see how that's going to go well for them. But anyway, you can see 24 mineral deficit here. The agro world produces farmer output of plus 20, which is giving us 19 for the jobs-based production, and we're getting minus 24 here. If we switch this over to a forge world, our foundry build speed is faster, which is great. Our metallurgist upkeep is minus 20%. So 20% of 24 is almost 5. Saves us some minerals. Let's switch that over and see what happens. So yeah, almost 5. So 5, but we lose. Technology conceived. We ended up losing. It dropped from 19 to 8, so we lost. Yeah, we lost 11 food. So right now, I think it's worthwhile to keep it as a agro world until we get another alloy up. And then it might be worth the offset cost. Alright, research. Production targets. Mineral purification plants. This would be great. Cruisers. Destroy our whole hit points. I'd like this, but I think this is probably more important right now. Since it's cheap. Okay, this star base right here. I just want to put anchorage on it. And then the Naval Logistics Office when it goes on there. So, that's that. Galactic market established on Zabalba. That saves us 10%. That's awesome. This is Idra Station. It's misnamed. Zabalba, because I called this species Idra at first. We're going to give them an anchorage and another shipyard. And then battle simulators. We will give them the Ender Wigan battle simulators, right? Not read Ender's Game. I strongly recommend you do so. Don't worry about the movie with Harrison Ford and the young kid. I can't remember his name now. The movie did what it could with, I think, the constraints they had. But the book is fantastic. Spawning pools. First thing we can put down when we get a building slot. Just wait for excuse me, more jobs. 75 people on this planet. Not. Our construction is complete. Need more peoples. Alright. Earthquakes on Thor Prime. There have been a wave of earthquakes on Thor Prime recently, and buildings in several of our settlements have collapsed with many fatalities as a result. The subterranean alien empire is excavating a new cavern deep underground where they plan to build a new city, and this appears to be the source of the earthquakes. Turn the other cheek. Add plus 10 devastation. All pops. Angry modifier added for 120 months. Adds devastation. Relations with subterranean civilization will be harmed. I don't want to harm their relations, but they gotta cut that out. Construction is complete. Okay, over here, this kind of same thing. Anchorage, another one of these. Quest for technology. Arming savages with modern weapons would be a bad idea. I agree.
Technology conceived.
Naval capacity, yay. Food processing facilities, I'd like those. We're going to need admin capacity in a bit. Let's worry about one thing in front of the other, though. Let's get the food processing facilities because it won't take that long. That's... And over here, adding anchorage. That's the thing. We're just going to add anchorage. Electra. Did we? We haven't sent a colony there yet? Oh, gosh. Yeah, Electra. We're going to send a colony there. Thor is going to get renamed. I don't like that. I don't like calling it Thor Prime. I just want to call it Thor. It's a big, huge energy world. That's why I decided to call it Thor. Electra is going to get colonized. It's got a lot of hive districts. It's probably going to be a mining world. This can take an anchorage in one of these, and then I gotta figure out what I want to put on this. Disruption field generator, shield hit points, -20 for enemies. I like that a lot. I kind of feel like that's a good thing for us to have. Ship weapon range plus 50%. Bought out the stars. Target uplink computer. Ship weapon range plus 50%. That's pretty significant. Well, we're gonna put a naval logistics office on it, so it won't matter. Once we get, that's the whole thing, whole point of getting the anchorage on here, on these, is that we can put more on there, and now we can pump these fleets up. Now we just need more of this, more alloys. And where are they at? They're right there. They're superior to us. We want to get up, 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 up. We have to keep going. Wish I had the coin to just outright buy alloys, but it's so expensive. Zibalba. I was saying this had so much food on it, I think it's going to be a really good idea for it to be a food planet eventually. Shields, auxiliary fire control. Let's do that to get it off the board. Make this a food planet and transfer those energy. Same thing with this. This needs to just be a food planet, really. It's got a bunch of this. We have 10k in energy again, and so anytime we're getting up to 10k, my thought is, let's go terraform a planet. Resolution has been passed. So we can see the resolutions that pass are cooperative research. Diplomatic weight from tech plus 20%. So diplomatic weight from tech doesn't move us around very much. We're still down here, but this is okay. I'm not worried about the galactic community yet. It's not a big concern for me. So we'll do what we can here with these. This says what? Gotta get more ships here, so let's do... Let's short a couple more of those ships so that we can add more of those. We can upgrade those as they come. What is this? Migration treaty proposal between two other factions. We just need alloys. Lots and lots of alloys. I've been using them on star bases, which makes some sense. We have to get that so we can get this number up. Naval capacity at 84.
Our construction is complete.
Great. A lot of these worlds don't have a lot of minerals, and we're running short of them, so...
Technology conceived.
Mineral purification plants, great. Alloy mega forges, star fortress, space torpedoes. What's really cheap around here? The railgun is 4,000. Let's do that. Alloy mega forges, but I'm not worried about upgrading those yet. We still have lots of room to grow. Thor is the planet we want to grow. Look at all of those generator districts. That is humongous. But society research from jobs, 10%. We should consider putting research on this world then. Taking advantage of that bonus. I might make a note to myself to remind this by doing this. Research planet on Thor. Zabal was already trying to be a research world. And if you're not a research world, then you're an alloy foundry world.
Our construction is complete.
This planet has plenty of
Technology conceived.
districts and not a lot of jobs districts, so I think we may be able to actually fill out most of these jobs districts and still have room for housing growth. Which means that right now, what's going to be even more important is this. Build that. Food processing facilities. Alright, let's see. Tile blockers, we know pop growth speed, please. We just can't grow fast enough right now. As a gift to celebrate the friendship between the two civilizations, a caravan from the subterranean aliens on Thor have brought us large quantities of gemstones to the surface. Ooh. Gave us 500 millions. Nice.
Conceived.
Okay, auxiliary fire control. What can we do now? What's cheap? Energy credits from technicians? Yes, we don't need research complexes yet. We can't really afford to upgrade yet. We grabbed the last thing here, and now we can grab more of this. So, we still don't have what we need for Hive Worlds. I'm not of the mind to spend anything on here. Mastery of Nature might be nice. Let's see, Imperial Prerogative I don't care about. Well, I kind of do later. That'd be really nice. 20%. Okay. 20%. Okay, so if we took Imperial Prerogative, we still need Engineered Evolution, Evolutionary Mastery. It's 1, 2, 3 for Master Builders, 4 for Galactic Wonders, 5 for High Worlds. That's 5. We have enough. We have enough, so we could grab that now. Imperial Prerogative. I'm going to grab that now. It's still got the one saved for Hive Worlds. That bumps that up without us having to put any more admin buildings down. I like that. Xenoanthropologists. Several xenoanthropologists from Zabalba Prime have returned to the surface of Thor after spending a great deal of time living among the subterranean aliens native to that world. They have learned much about their ancient ways and customs, which no doubt benefit our society research. Gives us 350 society research. Tarak Prime is building a mining district to put that one pop to work that's going to need there. But in that case, before that even happens, I want that alloy foundries. I need those first. The Artisan Troop. Yay, hey visitor. Interesting, great. Okay, so the Artisan Troop can give us... Wish to become your patron. We pay them 3,000 and they give us monthly unity plus 10%. I will take that in a heartbeat. And for an art piece, if we pay them 600, it gives us 15% amenities and immigration pull plus 50%. We'll do that. So where would I like to immigrate pull? Exhibit Art Museum right there. Thor, so that we can... A war breaks out. Belmar Mercantile Union has declared war on the Zakron Commonality. This is our galaxy. I'd like to build, well, I need to build a structure right here. And what is this? Supporters and opponents. We are already up there as an opponent of this resolution, which is buzzword standardization because of diplomatic weight from economy. We're not big enough. So I don't want to give all the big economies even more diplomatic weight. No. Sorry.
Our
Not happening, and we need to build.
Our construction is complete.
Building a place here. What I'm going to do with this is eventually going to be a bastion to protect this natural wormhole. But the first few things we're going to build on it actually are going to be shipyards so that they can feed the ships here. At least that is the plan. Alright, this is just, this one above Thor for right now is just anchorage. Solar panel network. This cooperative research channels plus 5% weird. Blot out the stars. What is blot out the star? Hold on. Whenever I don't know something, I just go look it up. Blot out the stars mechanic. Yep, it's right there. And let's see. Sounds like research for star-based cost reduction. It's a tradition in the expansion tree. Oh, okay. So let's look at that. Tradition in the expansion tree. In expansion, right here. Where is blot out the stars? Limited autonomy. Blot out the stars. Primal terror accompanied the first tentative steps into the dark. Starbase upkeep reduced by 20%. So, on this planet, if you put this in here, blot out the stars, minus 20%. Minus 20% added to this. Starbase upkeep reduced by 20%. I guess it helps with that, with starbase upkeep. Okay. Well, let's put one on there then. And what we'll do is naval logistics and then resource silos. How's that? And these two edicts came off, and these are food edicts. So pop growth speed, which we always want to have on. And then since we're short food, oh, I didn't realize we were short food. Well, here's what we can do. We have plenty of minerals right now. We can sell like 5,000 of them. And we can take some food and we can just buy 1,000 of them or 500 of them. Governing ethics shift. We don't have to worry about factions, which is really nice. So we can do that, and we can go back up to edicts, and we can say learning campaign leader experience gain plus 25%. I'm not going to turn that on right now. I want the buffer, and we just took a dip in funding. So our envoy has died of old age. One of our envoys, and I assume that means we get a brand new one to just take his place. That seems to be the way that mechanic works. The Savali mandate, communicate. Improve relations, we can't move for another. Busy improving relations with the Savali mandate and busy improving relations. So there we go. So it just automatically happens. Just replace him with the next man up. Here, yes, so right there. I'm going to build shipyards here. And that's going to be used to feed ships to here. And then these guys, the Coalition of Amira, they were at 400 and something, and now they're superior and at minus 300. Almost could send envoy there and maybe improve our relations, but let's see what else we can do. Just gotta crank out alloys. Alright. Sadly, nothing much has been produced in the Enclave. Oh, but we can donate money for 50 influence. I'll do that. Oh, I like that as a way to get influence. Somebody else died in the Hive. Envoy, another one. So, our early envoys died. Okay, what do we have now? Energy credit. What's cheap? Shields or a disruptor? I'm going to go for better shields. Electra is about to colonize. 2273.05, so in May the next year it'll be finished colonizing. Gotta build our money back up so that we can colonize these last couple. This one is terraforming, and if we had terraforming gases we'd speed that up, but we don't have them yet. Trabur, and in fact, we can put down moats. We can't put down gases or crystals yet. In this case, what I'd like to do on this planet. It's probably going to be majority food planet. So let's put down a food processing planet and facility and start getting that. Taking care of Tree of Life sapling. Love it. Zabalba. Oh, and this guy. What happened here? No leader assigned. Where are you? You right there? He's a half genius. I'm gonna grab somebody else. Research that project and tell me what's going on there. Probe the dimensional portal. Do it.
A new nest is born.
Hey, Electra. Alright. Electra, mostly mining. Looks like the right thing to do with it. Mining world. Because we're going to need minerals. That's just the basic fact of that. So this is minerals from jobs 15%. So this is perfect to be a mining planet. In fact, let's make a clear reminder to ourselves that it's a mining planet, so we don't get anything screwed up there. Food. We're buying food, which I'm not a fan of doing. So I want to get that fixed all on its own. Hoping this 15% will do it, but I doubt it. Zibarba.
Our special project is complete.
Valtum artifact recovered. Great. This science ship now. The home system is located. Hey, and it's right there. Let's go survey it. Great. So that's got a couple of ships there. Alright. So what I want to do is this little group of ships here continue to reinforce. Railgun. Sweet. Let's see what's cheap. Play steel armor. Fusion missiles. City district housing and expanded warren. Oh yes, I want that. Coalition of America. They're still superior. We just gotta get. We gotta get 2 fleets up and make ourselves superior to him, and then we can choose to attack from one direction or the other. Lay claim to a few things. We should have max claims by then. Plasma accelerators, yay! Zabalba's down to 2 open jobs. Fantastic. What is this? Reinforcements in transit. Great. What do I want to do with you? I'd like to just make this a really big food planet, but we'll take this energy. For everyone that we build on Thor, we'll get rid of one of these. We'll change this to a food one. So as Thor grows, so shall we. Yes, yes, yes. What is this? Reinforcements in transit. Perfect. Coalition of America entered into a research agreement with the Imperial Isma planets. The Voltium homeworld. Yay! We found it. Okay, great. You guys need to continue to do that thing there. Now, what do we want? Adaptability says habitability increased by 10%. All our planets gain 1 free building slot. Resettlement cost reduced by 33%. And since we can't be in a we can be in a federation, and it unlocks another envoy. Like the what's domination give us? Anything different? Synaptic nodes now increase housing by 2. Oh, agencies by 10. Like this. Let's go for that. All this is stuff that I want. So, oh, and we can grab this. We can grab one of these right away. Synaptic nodes increase housing. Yes. Grab that one. We need society research. We need lots of it. Lots and lots of it. Scientists gain trait. You're doing very well, Trevor. Trevor Prime needs to be okay. Pop growth speed, which we desperately. Society research from research. I like that. And administrative capacity plus 10. That's easy. Let's do this first. Where are you at? Be over here. Get over here. Move. We want those things. We want them. I'm really curious to see how Hive Mind plays when I start trying to grab these guys. Land. Their systems. I always think of it as land. That's the old Civ player in me. Ooh, there's gases there. Sweet. I like that. Yes, thank you. Good job. Thor is a research planet. So I want you to go here and help assist that research. Now that we have 2 clear research planets. Thor just cranked out. Oh, from beneath the waves, the colonizers on Electra regularly explore the planet in hopes of finding more resources. They have found an alien battlecruiser. Try it and salvage it. Yes. I want you to go with Energy Grid. Migration treaty broken. Nobody wants to have a migration treaty with us, I can tell you that. You're gonna be like, what? What do you mean assimilated if we migrate? Those guys over there, that's good. Patrons with benefits. Greetings, patron Gesh Gabord. Come up with a gorgeous new type of architecture specifically. Oh, and it's going to give us the Ministry of Culture. Yes, it's a deal, but gain access to the Ministry of Culture with the following Empire Edicts. Coordinate your job slips for Unity from job slips. Yes, 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 yes. Ministry of Culture, and I think you can put this on 1 on every planet. Yes, planet limit 1. Unity from jobs. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, we're gonna put that down. Then we're putting the mineral purification plant down. We've been approached by the delegation from the subterranean aliens on Thor. It seems their empire has fallen on hard times recently. They are facing the threat of famine. They are pleading with us to provide whatever assistance we can. Of course, we'll help them however we can. 50 food, that seems fine. They can have that. We have a symbiotic relationship with them because we hope to assimilate them and turn them into slave cattle later. No, I don't know what I'm actually planning to do with them. I'm just honestly enjoying sitting here and playing this game on a lazy Saturday afternoon in the middle of a COVID crisis. I went for a walk all by myself around the small town I lived in. Didn't see a soul, which was great, so I felt safe being out there by myself, just getting a little exercise, and then stopped by my wife's restaurant because she's doing carry out, makes brilliant pizzas and loads of other baked goods that are out of this world. Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but there's a reason my wife has a restaurant. It's because she's an amazing cook and baker and chef. She's just lights out awesome. I'm surprised I don't weigh 400 pounds already, but I do my best not to. I do my best not to pig out. So, and my parents had a small business growing up. They had an archery shop, which is, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Zuracorp is here. Great. My mom wanted to start an archery shop. My parents were both into archery from very early on in their marriage, before I was born. I wanted to shoot a bow and arrow since I was 4 years old, and I finally got one when I was 7 for Christmas. Happiest day of my young life. And my mom opened a pro shop, and that was where I spent all my youth after school, working for her and learning the business and learning how to fix people's bows and fletch arrows for them and teach them how to shoot and all kinds of things. In addition to shooting myself a lot and going to tournaments and doing all kinds of things, going hunting with my dad. But I learned from my mom's small business how hard it is in this country to actually have a small business, with everything from payroll taxes and the thousands of different kinds of taxes you have to pay and all that kind of jazz. And it's just very hard to have a small business and turn any kind of profit in this country. And so one of the things, when my mom finally folded her business after I left for the military, after probably, I think she'd had that business for 10 years, which is a successful length of time to have a small business. But it just, after a while, wasn't becoming as financially viable, I think, as she wanted it to be. And she closed the business. They didn't really even sell it. They just closed it outright. And I remember asking my mom years later, what would you have done different? And she said, well, if she wanted to make money, she wouldn't have gone into archery. For one thing, because there's no profit margin in it. And she said, but the other thing is, she said, I would have charged everybody for every little nickel and dime thing. I know she gave too much away. Somebody needed a peep served in their bow or this or that, small things, and she'd be like, oh yeah, no problem, no charge. And of course, people love that, and it can make you some loyal customers. But unfortunately, they don't spend money. And so she said, I would have charged everybody for every little thing, even if it was $2 or $5 or whatever. I would have charged them instead of just giving the things away for free. That was the one thing I remember her saying, and I thought it was a really important lesson. And so even though my wife owns a restaurant, because I'm not part of her business, I don't have any stake in the LLC at all. I'm not one of the business partners. So when I go down there, unless she says explicitly, I'm buying you dinner tonight, I pay for my food, I pay for my drinks. I'm just a customer. I'm a special customer. I'm married to the chef, but I'm a customer, and I want to pay for it. I want to support her business. That's how our economy works. We just support everything. So I don't have a problem with that arrangement at all. I'm sure some people find it weird, but I remember that from my mom from all those years ago. She's like, I would charge everybody for everything. So I take a great amount of pride in being able to go down there and sit down at the bar like any other normal customer and pay for my drinks and tip the waitresses big at the end of the night and be like, hey, you made awesome Bloody Marys. Good job. And to me, that's something really special about having a small business is like a small restaurant in America is. My wife will tell you it's incredibly hard work, super hard work. She works there 80 hours a week, sometimes. I mean, it's just, she's there a lot, but it's also a really cool thing sometimes. You're like, hey, this is great planet. Lots of districts here, lots of city districts, not a lot of these other ones. We're going to colonize this. Oh, we don't have 1,000 food yet, though. So see, with a hive mind, that's the thing. We're getting there, but oh my goodness, our research boys are just, they're all dying. Everybody's dying, so we're going to have to make up for this. But it sure was nice today to walk down there, and she did offer, she bought me this little draft beer that I have that's now empty. It was very nice to get a beer from the tap. I gotta tell you, I love beer from the tap. It's a good beer on tap is just, you can't get that same taste coming out of a can. A bottle is close, but just a tap in a cold glass, just nothing like it. It's awesome. These guys need more amenities, and they have plenty of city districts, so I'm going to build a hive district so that they'll put this person to work in one of those jobs. It'll provide some amenities and hopefully fix some of the stability there. And over here in Trebur, same situation. I'd like to do, but what I think I'd like to do this. They need more amenities, and then I want to get the next row of ag jobs built for them. And then we're at 2.5k for alloys, which is great because I've been rambling. So fortunately, I've been rambling, and war hasn't started while I was rambling, so that's nice. Civics slots +1 in gene modification. Ooh. Gene modification, self-modification. This to me seems even more important now that I don't have robots to do my bidding. So I'm going to do that first. I'm really excited about that. Envoy has died, so he'll automatically get replaced. And we can choose one of these now. Governor level cap increased or deviancy reduced by 10 on all of our planets. I'd like that because deviancy was happening on these planets. And do I have to wait till the end of the month to see? Oh no, the deviancy is now 0. Okay, good. Stability we got to work on, and for that we need a minute. So Trabura says, okay, it's got an ag district. It's put in a hive district, ag district. We're going to upgrade that. And then I think the next thing to do is put some more alloys down on this planet. Yep. Let's keep making alloys. The Artisan Troop. Time for your patrons is coming to an end. They want another 3,000 credits for monthly unity. We're going to do that. But we're running low on funds. So I want to make sure that what I do here is stay on top of my finances so we can earn as many energy credits as possible in a short amount of time as possible. Yes, we like swarm strengthening. I like that I don't have to worry about factions with a hive mind. Like, hey, we're a hive mind. Gas extraction wells and exploit that resource. That is the #1 thing I need on that list right now. No questions about it. That's the bigger picture. Zooming down on here on our empire. We have enough food now to go colonize this planet if we want to. I think we probably should. I think we can handle it. And that'll give us... So we don't have to worry about... Do we not have to worry about sectors, or is everything just within reach? 1, 2, 3, 4... Everything's just within reach. That's awesome. I was wondering if a hive didn't have to worry about sectors. So that's cool. Everything's going to be within reach. Wow, really cool. You guys are at 30 of 50. We can go in here. We can... oh, we need to up... What is it? Yeah, 30 of 50. I might save the remaining 20 for the cruiser because we're not going to be that far away from getting those, and that would be a good thing to do. This over here also. So we're going to reinforce this fleet now. Here's what we're going to do. We need to move that fleet over to here, which means... Okay, and now we've had the patron newsletter. We would like to donate for... We're earning influence really fast, so we're not going to donate right now. I want a shipyard right here. Oh, and we're lacking alloys because we upgraded. That's all right. We're gonna put this here, especially if we can get a black hole observatory later. And later on, matter decompressor. We're gonna upgrade that because here's what I want to do. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put a shipyard here to feed this right here, which means this fleet here can go over here to Dayrum. Dayrum, man. Dayrum. Sign, and you guys can move. Enclave is in a frisky mood. The creation of the Stellaris Rift has caused many artists to change their primary focus to creating new experiences for it. You can donate. We're not going to. Can't afford to donate right now. Thor has kicked out. Okay, it's got no more available jobs. I don't want to put anything on this spot. We're going to want to put research there soon, but right now I want to start building some energy because we need energy credits. So we should start building these districts out before we worry too much about what we're going to put on this planet. So now if we can get the borders secured, look at these guys. Our fleet power is equivalent right now. So that's kind of important. And there's our super research things. Colony development speed, energy credits from technicians. What's cheap? Colony development speed is. So is the disruptor. What is this? There's 12. Right there. As soon as we can build gas extraction wells, then we can get that 12. Okay. Hopefully that won't take long. You need to move here. And be ready.
Construction is complete.
And we lost our particle research guys. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this guy in charge of that. And that opens this up. And we're going to assign this new guy we got to that. He's got the proper research for that branch. Yep. Thor, the Dark World. Create as many generator districts as you can. Maybe we gotta send people to you to help you do that. And we just lost another. Oh my gosh, we just lost that guy. Oh. Oh, we just moved someone into that post, and he pulled his hair out. He's like, man, the researcher in front of me just left me garbage to work with. Garbage. This is interesting.
We have claimed a new nest.
A new nest. Ibloranda. Iblorpanda.
Technology conceived.
Ibloranda Prime. Okay. Gas extraction was fantastic. What's next? There's the cruiser, which I'd like to have. It's 8,000, and engineer from research is 6. Given how many alloys we have, I don't think it's a big deal. We can't, it's not like we have the alloys to spend it on cruisers right now, so we better choose something else instead. You can do this, which is very nice of you to do. Grab those gas extractions. That's going to be fantastic. We don't have any more gas in our empire. So this place, defense platform, says I can build more, so when we have alloys we should also build more. We need to continue to choke this off. Let's get to like 2k from this, and then and then that would be good. You can go back home and dock. Be nice. When we hit 1,000 influence, we're either going to want to spend some on an edict, or we're going to start making claims. Right now, you know, production targets, blah blah blah, map the stars, none of those are useful, so I mean, you can go for the overloads and stuff like that, and it's great, you get more stuff, and we might spend some on that, but it's not a priority. Let's see. 6,000 for the plasma accelerator, antimatter reactor, hyperdrive, and grab. These are cheap things. Let's get them off the board so they're out of the way, because they're like one and done. Drone campaign. So we don't have the food for that. Get the food. Need to get the food. So planets with food. Let's see. You got 11 available jobs there, and 2 available agri jobs. This gets raised up using crystals. It provides 3 more housing, and what? Yeah, so it doubles housing and doubles the amenities. Okay. Yeah. We want to see, you need food as a hive. This is awesome. You need food. And now we're slowly going into the negative on that. We're gonna have to fix all those things. Oh, you're gonna need more food right there. We would like to donate. We don't need to donate. Don't need to donate. I'm gonna grab more food. Alright, what is this? Menial drone output increased by 5%. I like that. It's not much, but grab it. Okay, this is mining drone territory. So let's put mineral purification on there. Thor. Open building slots. Alright. This, let's go with what else? There we go. That'll work that out.
Technology conceived.
Alright, gene modification, great. Habitability modification. Yep. Naval capacity, which we're gonna, it's not like, I mean, we need all this stuff. It's not like there's nothing on here we don't need. We need it all. We're gonna grab that though. I'm gonna grab that because I'm trying to work my way down this tree where we can get, what is it? Hive worlds. We need climate restoration technology is what we need. So we got to go down that tree. Newly founded colony. This one should probably be energy or food. Or both. Let's see, because there's 6, 12. If you spent 2 rows here, you'd get 6 food. 12. Even if you spent 13, it'd still give you 6 left over for these districts. So considering how much we need food right now, we're going to do that. For now, we're going to do an agri world. Later, we'll switch it to alloys. Experimental, oh, black hole observatory, please, thank you. Which means In the places where we have black holes, yeah, we'll be able to put one there after that's upgraded. This can upgrade. And that's all we have in our empires, those two, don't we? At least we have those two. Well, well, well. We get our food situation taken care of here pretty soon. That'd be great. Just a matter of unemployed pops now. We need people to grow. That's it. Those can upgrade. That's great. As Thor builds these generators, we're going to be able to take these off. I think the smart thing here... Well, let's see. We need to look at the template. What do we want to do? Not defense army damage, that's for sure. Pop housing usage, that's a pretty good one. Pop growth from immigration. That'd be pretty good too. Because this ends up just being a flat bonus. You can add to research as well. Unity from jobs. I like the pop growth from immigration because it's universal for every species, for every person on every planet. This bonus to research, that's only going to work on your researchers on your research planets. Unity from jobs is only going to work from jobs that actually provide unity. But pop growth from immigration is going to work everywhere. Worker pop resource output at plus 2.5% is also universal. I like that. I want this. Now, what would it take to apply that template to everybody? 74 months. Well, we're gonna do it because I want it. I want the immigration because I want that bonus. It's failed. Apply that template to everybody. Apply the template and research it. Start it. Get going. Okay. Don't fail. Oh, and we're at max influence. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I'm going to spend 300 of it on production targets. Because we're not ready to start laying claims to systems yet and really ticking these guys off. This is going to be Anchorage and a black hole observatory when the time comes. So right now we'll do Naval Logistics Office when it gets there. And then over here, what do we have over here? You guys don't have any defensive platforms. They lay claim to the Unessus system, which is over here. Of course. Get a leader. Let's see, ship fire rate. That's great. Evasion, yeah. Since we have mostly Corvettes, we're gonna do that with those guys. Well, the music just ended. That sounds like the perfect time to end this episode on this particular note, so I like it there. Folks, thanks for watching. As always, if you guys dig the episode, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber and you think the channel is cool, excuse me, you can subscribe. My Patreon is listed down in the description below as well, if that floats your boat. And if it doesn't, that's totally okay. And if you have a question or comment, drop it down in the comment section. I try my best to respond to as many of these as humanly possible. I appreciate everybody watching. I'll see you guys next time.